Welcome back, guys. Another video for the FPL Lawyer channel. This is a huge game week this week, game week 34. I got the free hit draft active in the public league, but I want to start out just real quick looking at our fantasy draft league. This is with all the boys. You can see we've got 12 of us, and Dan is sitting pretty in first place. He's got a 10-point gap. I'm in second place. Holden's close behind, and we got a couple more contenders, but Dan's running away with it right now. And the entire league is on the line this week because we're playing each other. So you can see Dan, he's got another, I think, 7 players to go. He's got a few double game weekers, and he's got, of course, Ben White's 26 points. The week after, Cole Palmer put up 26 on me. So tough couple weeks, but I threw everything I have at Dan this week. We've got 10 double game weekers plus Kevin De Bruyne. You can see Trussard did pretty well for me, but I can't compete with Ben White's 26 right now. So huge week. Everything's on the line today, later this afternoon. There's going to be 4 games. And I'll have 8 guys going. So big week, and let's see if we can reel Dan in. Otherwise, I'm getting ready to prepare my concession speech. So see if we can take him down. All right, guys, let's take a look at the free hit draft in the public league. So you get 4 chips, including the free hit, and I'm using my free hit this week. So it's a big week. I get to change my whole team just for 1 week, and then it'll be back to my old team next week in Game Week 35. So this week just went super well. I mean, I was at 14,000 in the world coming into the week. My goal was to get into the top 10 after this week because my advantage kind of goes away after this week. The key this week was to get 3 Arsenal and 3 Liverpool and then kind of try and find whoever else is going to be best to fill out the other 5 spots. So for the Arsenal guys, I went with Saliba, who outscored Gabriel, but obviously Ben White did better. I went Saka, who everybody went with, and then Odegaard was a great differential. A lot of people went Havertz, which did pretty well. Trussard would have done pretty well, but pretty happy with Odegaard and pretty happy with the Arsenal guys in general. As far as the Liverpool guys, it was a little bit of a tougher decision. If you went with Jota, you got super lucky. He came in and got, I think, 12 points, but he's injured now. So looks a little bit better for Darwin, who just got the 1 point. Mo disappointed as captain, but again, everybody captained him, so no real harm done. And then Trent with just absolute beauty of a free kick, literally a peach. And you could tell it was from 0.06 XG, so incredible. And then moving to the other 5 guys, I went heavy on Palace. I've got the Palace triple up. Olise and Eze were so good. I mean, they're such a different team when they're both on the field together. And Eze's a guy I've had before in the season, did really well for me, and I just like. I used to like Zaha when he was there, so very happy with the Palace guys. Didn't have Mateta, who got 16 points, but can't complain. And even Anderson got me an assist, where a lot of people went with like Munoz, or they went with the keeper, who got -1. So Palace guys killed it. Solanke was kind of the random team. We got Bournemouth in here, but Solanke was probably one of the first people in the team. He's just an absolute lock as a forward this week. So it's been really good. Gave him the vice captaincy. And then the final slot, I wanted an Everton defender if I wasn't going to go double Arsenal. So had Mikalenko on the bench and Pickford with 8. So huge week. I'm up to 5,100 in the world. We've got 96 points. It's been my best week. Well, I guess my second best week of the season so far. And then we got 4 games today. The rest of my guys will be playing. So in about 5-6 hours, we'll know exactly where I stand in the rankings. I'm hoping I stay in the top 10K, and I'm feeling pretty good. So yeah, very happy with the free hit draft. And we'll take a quick look at how the team's looking for Game Week 35, where the team will completely switch. And you'll see I've only got 1 guy on this free hit team that is actually in my normal team. So crazy different week than usual. Huge week. Very happy. All right, so finishing things off, taking a look at the Game Week 35 team. The team's back to what it was before the free hit, and honestly really happy about that because I've got everything set up from the wild card to plan for the Game Week 37 doubles. And of course, Chelsea and Spurs double in Game Week 35 as well. So really want to go heavy on Chelsea and Spurs. And you can see I've got Mo from the free hit draft. He's the only one that stays. I've got my 3 Spurs in Son, who's a lock, Madison, who's been frustrating, and Porro. And then we've got the 3 Chelsea in Jackson, Palmer, and Petrovic. Now, pretty happy with all of those picks. Jackson's kind of terrible, but he's done really well, actually, a couple games ago. So you got to ride him. I think it's pretty clear that the front 3 here, Isak, Jackson, and Haaland, are the best possible forwards for double Game Week 37. So these 3 are pretty much a lock. You can see I've also got 3 flags in the team right now. Haaland is yellow flagged. He's actually a bit of a concern right now, but again, he's the best forward in the game. You've got Palmer, who's yellow flagged. I think he was just ill, so hopefully he's back. He's their absolute stud, so they need him. And then Poro, even if Poro's injured, I'm going to be making a transfer for Bradley. So Poro, if he doesn't play, maybe I'll just bench him, and then we'll bring in our fourth defender. So not too concerned about the flags except for Holland. So this is how the team's lining up. A lot of people are going to be wildcarding in Game Week 35, so I'm at a disadvantage now. But I planned pretty well from the Game Week 30 wildcard and looking pretty well set up for Game Week 37. Just hopefully the injuries kind of set me back. So the only plan this week is to transfer out Bradley, who's now of no use to me. There's 2 transfer targets. I mean, it'd be Newcastle or Man U, so you could go with the expensive or the cheap option. So from Newcastle, that's Share or Burn. I think you definitely go Share if you have the money. And then for Man U, it's Dallo or Maguire. I think you definitely go Dallo if you have the money. So right now, decision between Dallo and Share. Hoping to stay in the top 10K, of course. I mean, I'm at 5.1K, so if we stay in the top 5K or even higher, that would be incredible. So hopefully you guys stick with me, following along as we finish up the season, going for a big finish, and let's take down Dan. Let's get these points in Game Week 34, and let's stay in the top 10K. All right, guys, thanks for following along.